Yeah. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Josh got the mic, Justin got the stats. Double trouble duo, brothers got the facts. Breaking down plays, it's a game day feast. Tigers on the prowl, from the west to the east. Punching numbers, tossing jokes in the mix. Hot takes flying, like a 3-point switch. Still be pride, yeah, it's more than a vibe. In the jungle of sports, we the kings of the tribe. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Josh and Justin bringing fire to the floor. Tigers roar loud, we run the score. Every week they back for more. Justin breaking news, got the stats on lock. Josh got the quips, punchlines that pop. Game tape rolling, dissecting the plays. Highlight real shining, Tigers amazed. Rival teams tremble, fearing their cleats. Seals beat Tigers, undefeated beats in the zone. Every call they dissect, respect the grind. Every angle they inspect. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Yeah.
Yep, Josh and Justin, the duo so clean. Mic in their hands, ruling the scene. Call plays sharper than the Tiger's claw. Seals beat pride, they the hometown law. Studio lights brighter than Friday nights. Breaking it down like ref calls fights. Rolling on the field, that's the deal. Seals beat Tigers hard to steal. From the booth to the turf, they reveal. Every play, every call, what's real? Rolling on the field, that's the deal. Seals beat Tigers hard to steal. From the booth to the turf, they reveal. Every play, every call, what's real? From the kickoff to the whistle, they spit gold. Breaking it down like the game unfolds. Justin got the...
What's going on out there in Tigerland? You are watching Rolling on the Field live from the Satsuma Valley Studios. I am your host tonight, Joshua Marble. Over here to, I guess that you're my right. Justin does this way better than me. Anyway, my right is Mr. Jacob. He's going to be filling in for Justin tonight. We'll talk about that here in a second. Welcome to Rolling on the Field. Justin likes to say the best local sports show in the history of Silsbee, Texas, local sports shows. We are lacking Justin tonight. Like I said, we will talk about that. We want y'all to enjoy the show. Mr. Jacob here is well versed on sports in general as well as Silsbee sports. And so he is a good filler. He also is one of the producers of our show. So very well versed in both aspects of this whole deal with behind the camera and on camera. So he's going to join us to talk. Hey, say hi, Jacob.
How's everybody doing tonight?
It's all good. On a Wednesday night, we are going to talk some Silsbee sports. Like I said, we're going to talk about Justin. We're going to, right off the bat, tell you how Michael Irvin and Pootie Tang are similar. We want you to know that because me and Justin been talking about that. We're going to do some super school news, which is what we call our local segment now. We're going to talk about Silsbee basketball, girls and boys soccer. Swimming has a big thing coming up. We're going to hit on some tennis shortly. National, we're going to talk about transfer portal. The college football playoff natty is coming up. We got a bunch of NFL coach firings, and we're going to talk about the NFL thus far. Also, we're going to, at the end, go into our BS segment where we talk about what do you listen to, what are you watching. We're going to throw the flag on something, then we'll close it out. Right up front, let's talk about Justin. First off, we want y'all to know one thing. If we're ever at a game together, we want you to know that you can sit on our side of the gym anytime. We welcome you to our side of the gym. We will accept you with open arms. We're not going to fight you. We're not going to be ugly. We don't bite. So y'all come on and sit on our side of the gym. That's fine. It's fine. It's not an issue, is it, Jacob?
It's not an issue at all. At the
It's-
end of the day, this is high school sports.
This is
talking
yeah,
about.
exactly. I mean, we're not, we don't need to be separate. I may need to be separated from an Alabama fan at an LSU game. In fact, at some point in my life, that has been a fact. Ask Justin, but not at a high school event. Let's we're all adults, and most people can act as adults. Don't let one bad apple, ruin the whole bunch as far as that goes. Justin is not here. I want to tell you why that is. Justin has entered the transfer portal.
Wow.
Yeah. He may be leaving, rolling on a field. He's been looking at different, Facebook lives and podcasts. He likes the Debatables a whole lot.
I think he would fit in on the Debatables.
He would
real
definitely
well.
fit in on the Debatables because all the humming and popping and noises he makes, and in his undiagnosed adult ADHD, and he might fit right in there. That's kind of the show that they are. I don't know if you watched the Debatables; they're very entertaining, but man, you got to be ready. You got to be ready for the energy that they provide you, which is fun.
They don't just go out to left field, but they go out to left field and come back.
That's right. They circle all the way back around. Y'all watch the Debatables on Tuesday nights here. One of our Satsuma Valley Studios properties. It's just a bunch of boys in high school, and they just talk about whatever comes to their mind. They start out with a topic, I'll say that. And they move around a whole lot, but like Jacob said, they always circle back around to the topic at hand.
Sometimes they even put a little karaoke in there.
That's right. It's a fun show. If you've got children that are teenagers, they can definitely relate to how these boys process information and provide their viewpoints, because I feel like a lot of kids their age do it the same way. So that's a fun show. But Justin is definitely interested in them because, like I said, he's Justin is 41 years old, but if you talk to him on the phone and you didn't know, you may think he was 15, 16. It's, and yeah, I'm banging on him because he's not here, because he's at work. And like we always say, a job ain't nothing but work. But he's out there in the transfer. Now, one thing about transfer portal, we're going to talk about it later also, but one thing about the transfer portal is just because you enter the transfer portal does not mean that you're not coming back to the place that you started.
Right.
It just means that you're exploring your options. And that's okay. Hey, let him go out there and, try to find a place for his obvious touch of tism that he has.
His inner kid.
If he wants to come back, hey, we'll welcome him. We will welcome him. Hey, if he doesn't, we got Jacob.
I'm here.
He's here. We'll be okay. It's whatever, Justin. It's fine. I'm not going to try to recruit you back. You come back or you don't. It's okay. It's whatever. Hey, speaking of Justin, one of his ideas was to do football squares for the big game.
Yes.
That you can't ever say what the big game is, but y'all know what the big game is. At the end of the playoffs. So we're doing football squares. Y'all look up our Facebook page and find out some more information about that. We've shared it out several times. We shared it in a general sense, and I think y'all now kind of made it more specific to what we're doing as far as the actual squares and things like that. So y'all look it up. You can see it right there. Paul's put it up on the screen. $20 per square, pays 200 forward and 50 backwards. I don't know what that means, but somebody knows what it means. And if you're a person who tends to chance their money in that kind of way, then you probably know what it means. And,
I can hit on that a little bit.
okay, yeah, go ahead, Jacob.
So if you end up with numbers 7 and 0, if say it's 7-0 at the end of the first quarter, you would win $200.
Okay.
But if the score is 0-7 at the end of the first quarter, you would win $50.
Okay, there you go. Thank you very much for that explanation. Like I said, I do not know a whole lot about it. Never played a whole lot of that in my time. Have bet a lot of sports, but not here where it's illegal or anything. But I've never been a big football square guy. But hey, that doesn't mean that I don't want y'all to play, because I do. Y'all get on there. It'd be a fun thing for us and y'all. We'd love to see some people that are our followers take part of that. So we can talk about it. You will notice that we have a friend here on the desk.
Yes.
He's naked. It's okay. It's okay that he's naked. His name is Sir Honks-a-Lot. He is the Satsuma Valley Studios studio goose. This was a thing in our group chat for probably about a month now, where we were talking about these porch geese. That would be the plural of goose. So people have these porch geese and they dress them up. They put them on the porch. They dress them up for different occasions, different seasons. We thought it was cool. And then the idea had come up that said, that to say that, hey, we should have a studio goose. And here we are with a custom studio goose, not one that you can have. You can't have one like this. It's custom 3D printed studio goose by Mr. Paul Sunderland. And you can't have this goose.
He is naked today because today's day 1, so he's in his birthday suit.
It's a birthday suit. Exactly. Thank you, Jacob.
But if anybody has any ideas for things they would like to see him dressed up, let us know.
Things that I thought, was, a Silsbee jersey, Silsbee football jersey,
Referee
for rolling on a field. Maybe for the debatables, we could do like a nice little vest with a cardigan and a tie, and like a professor or something. Because not that those guys are learned or anything, but they tend to think that they're somewhat smart. So there you go, and they think that they can debate well. Did you just lose sound? It's a microphone. Okay.
It's not your headphones.
Oh, I think the thing went dead, I think.
It's the mic. That cable has a booger in it. I saw it earlier.
Okay.
Oh, you're back.
Anyway, so we're going to move along. We're going to talk about...
It's working again.
Yeah, but I don't trust it.
well, we're gonna wait for a second, but while we're waiting, Justin's absent. He had to work. It is what it is. We're gonna swap this out.
And I gotta go turn it on.
Okay. I don't have any lights on this. Okay.
I can hear you loud and clear.
You can hear me?
I can.
Paul, I don't have any lights on my... Press and hold the power button on top. Okay, there it goes. Okay.
Yep. Can you hear me?
I got it now. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Okay, thank you, Paul. Okay, so we got those technical difficulties worked out. Okay, so Justin's absent. We do want to talk about, because we have a national title game between Indiana and Miami. And who's the biggest Miami fan of anybody?
Tiger Jim.
Tiger Jim. We got a Miami fan over there. Also, Michael Irvin and Ray Lewis, they played for the university. It's natural. Michael Irvin, however, has in this year has really been on the sidelines being a fan of the Miami Hurricanes, and he does this thing where he, and I'll quote, puts belt to ass, and he likes to do this. Well, it reminded me of something. It reminded me and Justin both of something. It reminded us of the movie Pootie Tang. Are y'all familiar? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, if you've ever seen Pootie Tang once, I don't think you forget it. No. But anyway, so I saw this image of Michael Irvin mock spanking this. I guess it was some kind of trash can with a jersey over it. Paul, can you put that up? And the first thing I thought was, man, he looks like Pootie Tang right now. And there you go. And and he does. In fact, that's not the only similarity he has to Pootie Tang. You also, because he's coked up and he's on the sideline at the Miami game, you can't really understand what he's saying. You don't understand what he's saying with his gibberish or whatever. So, Pootie Tang has his own language, and so does Michael Irvin on the sideline, And the caption there says, "Don't bang the dillies, Mike." What I tell you. Sign your pity on a runny kind. If y'all have never seen, y'all won't understand that if you've never seen Pootie Tang. Y'all, hey, if you haven't seen it, go watch it at least one time. Yeah, it's silly, but yeah, this is what I got out of Mike Irvin on the sideline spanking the jersey there. What jersey was it? Was that was that at the? I'm
trying to remember.
What game was that? Who did they play? I can't remember either. But anyway, he maybe that was Ohio State.
I think it was actually.
Yeah, I think it was Ohio State when he finally just kind of lost it and maybe let the drugs kick in a little bit and just started spanking on a Ohio State jersey on a trash can or a water cooler or whatever it was right there. I don't remember, but it definitely reminded me of Pootie Tang, and his talking and stuff because they film him talking and whatever, but you can't really understand what he's saying. And hey, of course we're joking. We don't know that Mike's on any drugs, but he looks like he kind of may be, and hey, whatever, we know that he's been there in the past, so it's not far-fetched to say that might be what Mike is doing right now. And he's having fun doing it. Hey, your alma mater is going to the national title game. Have fun with it, buddy. Have fun with it. Just don't have too much fun. Anyway, we'll move on. We talked about football squares. Let's go on to Super School news. And, hey, we're going to move through this pretty fast. We're going to kind of abbreviate kind of what we do normally because tomorrow is a travel day for me and some of the other parents and kids involved in Silsbee High School, namely the cheer team. They are going up to is it Fort Worth or is it Dallas? Fort Worth. It's up in Fort. They're going up to Fort Worth. I can't remember where, but I'm going too. So I guess I better find out. Yeah. To UIL cheer competition this year. They're going to be there Thursday and Friday, competing. And so y'all wish them luck. If y'all know one, y'all reach out to them. Wish them luck. Wish them safe travels. They're going to be leaving, midday tomorrow. I think midday around 1, somewhere around in there. So if y'all want to come to the school and say, bye to them, maybe we'll go up there. Maybe Roland Field will go up there and have a little live for them leaving out to go to competition. We certainly wish them luck.
Absolutely.
And safe travels. And we hope to hear good news back from them real soon on Friday, Saturday. But we also have some Silsbee basketball, boys and girls news. And, Jacob, feel free to jump in anytime here when you feel free to interrupt me. I'm not trying to take up all the talking time for sure. But let's see here. I'm going to pull out the basketball stuff that I've got. Boys basketball do not have, and we'll talk about this more later. Do not have updated scoring, rebounding, assist leaders for boys basketball. The max preps where everybody gets their stats and information from because the coaches are involved in updating that. Has not been updated. The boys are 12-12 overall, 4-1 district, 4-1 in district. They lost to BC the other night. I'm sorry, that's the girls. The boys are 7-16 overall, 2-1 in district. They lost to BC Bird City, 71-57. We talked about that a little bit earlier about the fact that the ISD put out a kind of a, I don't know if it was a warning. I don't know if you want to call it a warning, but just kind of a reminder, hey, y'all sit on your side, we'll sit on our side type thing. Silsbee don't do that. Silsbee feels the gym. So I guess I found that a little weird. I mean, do we have bad blood with BC that I don't know about? I mean, I know a couple years ago we had that kid from BC in a football game get hurt, but all that was smoothed over. Like we were concerned about the kid and everything, and he ended up being okay. I'm not real sure where the bad blood would come in.
More because they were expecting hundreds of people to show up last night.
Yeah, and did y'all go to the? I did not attend the game. Did y'all go to the game? Okay, well I don't know how it turned out, but I mean, it's a Silsbee home game. People are going to show up. Basketball. People show up to football games. People show up to basketball. People show up to everything Silsbee. They come.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is Southeast Texas, and most people that live in this community have family in the surrounding communities.
That's correct.
So they're going to want to travel and sit with their family when they go to these games.
That's absolutely right. And I had cousins that went to BC whenever I was in high school. I've got family that goes to Orangefield. Not that we play them a whole lot, but we do. I have connections in the West Orange Star. A lot of people have connections in Jasper. I mean, these are all like rivals of Silsbee, and if you want to see your family, they're going to come sit with you. You're going to go sit with them. Vice versa. I don't. There's no need to. I don't feel the need to segregate the population there in an attempt to, make sure that there's no problems. If there's going to be problems, there's going to be problems.
I mean, you all go in and out of the same doors in the
exactly.
same entryways. So
you're going to be in a lobby together. I mean, I'm not trying to criticize the ISD at all. I understand what they're trying to get at, but I just thought it was just kind of weird for that particular game. That was the case that they needed to put out a reminder or whatever. There might be other reasons. I don't know. Something could have happened in the previous game with another team that they felt like, hey, we need to remind people to sit on their side. I don't know, but anyway, the boys did lose 71-57. Next up, they got a district matchup with LCM. We'll see how that goes. I think from here on out, it's district. Am I correct on that? Yep. So from here on out, it's district. We look forward to the boys showing out in district. They're already 2-1 there. The girls, go back because I read it incorrectly earlier. They're 12-12 overall, 4-1 in district, with a lost themselves to Bridge City. But I do have some scoring, rebounding, assist leaders for the girls that I want to share with you. Olivia Mitchell Vaughn is out there at a 7 points per game clip. Ava Jordan at a 6, and Takaya Haynes at a 5. Rebounds, you got Takaya Haynes leading that with 6.5 per. Ava Jordan next at 6, and Malia. Am I saying that correct? I don't want to mess it up. Is it Malia Foster? Malaya Foster, excuse me. Getting those boards at a 4.5 clip per game. Assists per game, Malia Foster, assist and a half a game. Kishante Hafford, 1.5 assists per game. And Malia Foster, I already said that. I think I printed that sheet out twice. Anyway, so there's some scoring, rebounds, assist leaders for the girls. When we have that information on the boys, we will certainly pass that along. Look, this first year of a new coach for the boys.
First year in a long time.
First year in a long time. Coach Sig has left the building. There's going to be some growing pains, some learning comes into this, and some learning curve. So bear with these guys. They're going in district. We're hoping that they show out there. Not that they're not doing well now, but we're definitely hoping that they gel and come together in this district play. What I got next? Boys soccer.
I mean, one thing that comes into play with basketball too is when basketball season starts out, you got to figure football's usually always deep in the playoffs. So, I mean, you got a bunch of players that are.
That's true too. You also have a bunch of players that are coming in from football. That basketball is a different sport. It just is. You have to get in shape for that. It's nonstop. It's not like you're out there for, a long football drive is, 12, 15 plays, right?
Yeah.
And those guys are winded when they come off the field. A lot of times you go out there, you go 3 and out, you're on the sideline again, you're sitting there, you're resting, you're well rested. Basketball, a lot of times is not like that. It's a lot like soccer. It's you got to train your body for it. And that being said, when you leave football, you come into a basketball type situation, you've got to get in that kind of shape. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Yes, when it is a deep run, Jacob, to your point, it takes a little bit longer for the team to shape up, for sure. We've seen that in the past. When the football guys make a deep run and they got some basketball boys on the team, it definitely affects the early season of basketball. But we're hoping all these boys get together and gel together. And I don't know what the roster looks like as far as underclassmen versus veterans. I did not look at that, but that could be a factor also. I wish I knew more about that to report that to you.
I don't think that there's many seniors on the team.
I wouldn't think that there's very many upperclassmen on this team right now, but I could be wrong. Like I said, I didn't look into that as well as probably I should have. But hey, a lot of factors come into that. We're looking forward to a good district output from them going forward. We got a little boys soccer to talk about. Y'all like soccer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like soccer. Soccer, we like to say on this show when we borrowed it from ESPN Houston, there's a show on there called Soccer Matters. We like to, I think it's still on air. I haven't listened to it in a long time. I used to listen to it. It comes on later in the evening on 97.5 out of Houston. It's called Soccer Matters, and he talks soccer, and sometimes it's fun to listen to. It just depends on who he's got on as a guest and stuff. Soccer does matter. Matters does here in Silsbee. Our boys out there on the pitch, that's how I use the correct terminology. Our what I got here, 3-2 overall. No district games played yet. They won at Liberty 5-2 last game. Next, they have Splendora coming up at the Hudson tournament, Lufkin Hudson. So they'll be in that tournament, and then I think they get into district play. Kicks off at Vider on the 27th of January. Let's go through some. I do have good information from Max Preps on these boys. Let's go with goal leaders. Reed, 3 goals. I think that's Swensk. Is that what they did? My printer ain't very good. Swensk? I can't read it. Swensk. I think that's it. It has 1 goal. Gutierrez has 1 goal. That's M. Gutierrez. Assist, Jay Williams has 1. Shots on goal. Williams with 1. Reed has 7. 7 with 3 hitting in there. Swensk has 2 with 1 going in. Gutierrez has 1 and 1. And I think that's Vanderdoes has 1 shot on goal there. Goaltending, we have Love, 90 minutes in goal. Opponents shot on goal 15, saves 13, goals allowed 2. That's a pretty good clip.
Yeah, it is.
That's really good. Got a good goaltender there. So we'll provide more boys soccer stuff as it goes along. We're not obviously not very well versed at it, but it's important to us that we do report on it because it is a Silsbee sport. And
that's another one of sports, like you were saying with basketball. It's never stop.
You never stop. You've got to be able to run to play soccer. These boys are in. I bet you a lot of these boys could probably do a marathon. It's just it's nonstop moving around, running. You've got to be a good athlete to do it. We want to report on, and these guys have. Last year I think we reported on it. It seemed like they've come together as a team, and they might do well this year. We shall see. Let's see. What did not have any? I don't know if I had any girls soccer. I don't think I compiled anything because I couldn't find anything. But I do know, did the girls played Liberty also and won? Was that? I'll have to look. Somebody sent that to me.
Yeah, I know they beat East Chambers.
Let's see. Somebody sent that to me today. What?
While he's looking that up, I don't know if y'all can hear it in the camera or not, but there's a train going by. So just a reminder with that. The train cam is up and running.
That's right. Yes, I see in the chat they did beat East Chambers 8-0. That is a major blowout in soccer.
Yes, it is.
And again, be proud of me, soccer people, because I did use the correct terminology. Neil. I'm all over soccer today, But anyway, speaking of sports that maybe not always get the spotlight, tennis season is upon us. Also swimming. Swimming has the district meet coming up. Is that correct? Let's see. Paul, I think I screenshotted that for you to put up on the screen, Paul. Yes. So
Wow, we got a pool on top of the school.
Salisbury ISD had a little fun and said, hey, the rumors about the pool on top of the school aren't correct. But Sylvie does have a swim team making waves. That's pretty good. And they're preparing let's see, what does it say? We recently caught up with several SHS swim team athletes and Coach Ringo to talk about how they've been preparing for the season and what they're expecting heading into district competition. Be on the lookout for video dropping tomorrow. So y'all pay attention to the ISD Facebook page there, and they'll have some information for you on the swim team via video tomorrow. That's pretty cool. But there really is no pool on top of the school. That's not correct. Don't believe the rumors. That's all lies. They could put one up there. They totally could. But hey, y'all be looking for that video dropping from the ISD tomorrow. That'd be cool to see. Where are we at now? I think that's all the super school news we have. We'll move on to to our national topics. We'll get into transfer portal. Jacob, I'll let you start that off, and I'll come back in with you here in just a second.
So this year, the transfer portal, we've been following it very closely because one of Silsbee's own is in the portal this year. A lot of surprising transfers going on. But we're in a time where the kids, they're not just out there. They're getting their schooling, playing their sports, but also we're in a time where they transfer for the NIL deals. And where one school might be a great school for them, another school could be a good school for them as well, where they can get a lot more NIL money. Let me pull up a couple of these. Let's see.
So I'm sure you've already mentioned, Jacob, that Sylvie's own Draylon Miller.
I mentioned that he was in there, but I did not bring up yet that he has made his commitment.
He has made his commitment. We'll go ahead and talk about that right up front. He has made his commitment to transfer to Baylor.
Yes.
There in Waco, coming back home to Texas. He obviously had a lot of suitors. He was out there, I think, he was very active on social media, posting, where he was visiting, things like that. Hey, that's cool. You were keeping us all in a little bit of suspense. And we were just like on the edge of our seat. But hey, I think I speak for everyone when I say I'm glad that he's come back home to Texas, a little bit closer to home, and somewhere where I think you've got a good coach in Dave Aranda. Dave Aranda is still the coach there, correct? I'm pretty sure he hadn't
Yes.
gotten. Yeah, Dave Aranda. I come to know as a defensive coordinator for LSU when Coach Ed Ogeron was there. And he was good. Now, he was a good defensive coordinator. You knew when that guy got there, hearing him talk, and as cerebral as he was in interviews and things, you knew this guy's going to be a head coach one day. And sure enough, he got an offer from Baylor. He took it like anybody would. And he's I think he's been a good coach there. I think he hadn't hit a stride yet there. But the addition of Draylen Miller may help that come along. He also got hold on, it's right here. So I've got the transfer team rankings in the player rankings. They got a good quarterback that was out there. Lagway from Florida. So they got DJ Lagway. He's no slouch to throw out there to Miller and amongst others. I think he may be a good fit there. I watched him at Florida. I don't know if that was the best place for him, but maybe that's what the transfer portal is good for. You get to move around, you get to find maybe a better fit for you, and hopefully that's what some of these guys do.
And that's kind of what I was bringing up while you stepped away. Was that's the thing with the way it is now. They can get out there and get their feel for college and enter the portal, and they can not only go somewhere that's going to benefit them as a player, but also with the NIL deals.
Absolutely. And they don't have to sit out. They don't have to wait and play the waiting game. Am I going to work out here? I see good and bad in this thing. The only bad takeaways that I see that I get out of it is that we have to find a way to regulate it. There has to be some kind of regulation to it. There has to be some kind of cap. There has to be some kind of rules. Right now it's the Wild West out there, and teams are taking full advantage of it. You'll definitely notice, especially when I start mentioning these team rankings. You having problems over there, Jacob?
Lost my headphones. It just
There you go. You hear me now?
keeps turning right back off.
Uh-oh. But anyway, while you're trying to figure that out, I'll go ahead and go through these team. So I've got the top 10 team rankings in the transfer portal, including their commits and the star rankings on their commits. So leading the pack, as you might expect, because they got Sam Levitt coming in as the number one transfer portal recruit, LSU, with 1 5-star, which I think is Levitt, 0 4-stars, 16 3-stars. Their overall average is 88.52. They're up there. They passed Texas up. Texas has 1 5-star, 5 4-stars, 4 3-stars. They've got 13 total commits. After that, you've got Oklahoma State, who got the quarterback from North Texas. What is his name? It's on the second sheet. Dadgummit. Mestamaker, Drew Mestamaker, out of North Texas goes to Oklahoma State. That probably boosted theirs. Penn State comes in at number 4 with 35 commits, 5 of them being 4 stars, 3 of them being 28 being 3 stars. Number 5, Ole Miss. They did get benefit from their coach leaving, and I think they got a benefit and a disadvantage both. And this, speaking as an LSU fan, I think they might have done better in the CFP had they not lost their coach and some of their coordinators were planning on exiting, pretty quick, which they had to. If they were going to keep a job, they couldn't work at 2 universities simultaneously, obviously. So I think they benefited in the fact, though, that there's a lot of bad feelings, out there, and a lot of people saying, "Well, I'll go to Ole Miss. They've got a solid team," and I know, it looks like they can win there, including a couple of LSU players. To be honest with you, one that I was surprised by, Kern from the offensive line moving over to Ole Miss, who was probably going to be a projected starter next year for LSU. Just surprising, but like I said, both an advantage and disadvantage for them. Probably more of a disadvantage, but they're still up there with 15 total commits, 5 4 stars, and 8 3 stars, which doesn't add up. But 8 and 5 is 13, not 15. Am I right?
That's 13.
Yeah, that's 13. I don't know. Maybe we're missing a couple, but they do have 15 total commits. Kentucky's up there at number 6, who just lost their coach, Mark Stoops. Mark Stoops been there for a long time now, and I forget who they hired, if they've hired anybody so far. I don't really know, but they're up there with 26 total commits. Yeah, the commits don't match the star rank, the players but that don't matter. It doesn't mean that they don't. It could just mean that. So they got 23 stars and 5 4 stars, and they got 26 total commits. So that means one player is less than a 3-star. That's what that means. So I see now, because they didn't include anything less than a 3-star.
Right.
A&M is there at number 7 with 18 commits, 12 3 stars, 4 stars. A&M always recruits well nowadays, and obviously recruits in the portal well. Ohio State in at number 8. That seems natural for them to be in the top 10. Texas Tech, which has been very surprising to me in the last year and a half, that they have gotten the recruits that they have, and the and the NIL money and the but man, hey, they've got that NIL money, and if you want to go there, they'll pay you. And they've got 18 total commits. They've got 13 3 stars, 3 4 stars, and they've got 1 5-star, which, if you're looking at the list that I just read, they're number 9. The previous 5 had 0 5-star recruits. And Texas Tech sitting here with 1. And Indiana, another surprise. Not maybe a surprise this year, but if you know anything about Indiana, And we'll talk about this a little bit later, but Indiana is seeming more and more like a lot like 2019 LSU. It's got that feel, it's got that vibe, and I think they're gonna do it, and I think you'll see that, and it may turn this program around a full 180 from what they used to be. But we will see.
Kind of small. I can't read it.
You'll have to call it out to me. I ain't got my readers on. I'm an old man. So we'll go through a few of the top transfer portal prospects. Tell you where they went, if they went anywhere. Some of them haven't committed yet. But there is, I believe there's 2 open transfer portal times. And I think the first one just ended, but that doesn't mean that you had to commit. It's just good if you do. And this may have been from the other day too. No, this is from 114. It's just good if you do because you can get it. You can go ahead and get in.
And actually, I think that one ends tomorrow.
The second portal.
Yeah, I think it ends tomorrow.
Okay, so everybody, and that makes sense because you need to make a decision and get in with your team. So, Sam Levitt goes to LSU from Arizona State. Y'all knew that. We talked about it. Brennan Sorsby from Cincinnati, Texas Tech. That's their 5-star right there that we were talking about. Drew Mestamaker from North Texas to OSU. Jordan Seaton from Colorado to don't know where. So he's one of the ones got to make a decision. Cam Coleman to Texas. I believe he was out of Florida.
Leslie K said, speaking of the portal, did y'all see Trinidad Chambliss was denied a 7th year for college ball?
Yes, and I didn't read that story or understand the full reasoning behind it. There's a lot of players that did get that 7th year that were players in COVID times, including one that's in a national title game, Carson Beck, who looks like that sloth from is it Ice Age?
Yeah.
There's a good GIF out there. It said, "I'm Carson Beck." I wish I would have put that up there, but yeah, he's a little different. He does look like that sloth from Ice Age, but hey, he's making more money than me in college. So
Yeah.
Chaz Coleman goes to Baylor. I can't read from where, but he's going to Baylor to he's an edge rusher to be over there with Miller. Damon Wilson II is another edge rusher that is going to transfer out of Missouri to go to who knows where. We'll know soon because, like Jacob said, they have to make a decision pretty quick. James Smith transferred to Ohio State. He is a DL. Mateen Iberoga. I'm messing that up so bad. Iberoga is over at transfers over to Texas Tech. Looks like from Oregon. Isaiah Horton, which is a way easier name to say, is transferring into Texas A&M. He is a wide receiver. Mandrill Desir comes in from Florida State to question mark. We don't know yet on him. Coy Pirch. Almost like that perch. But he's going to Oregon. He is a safety. Amarion Miller, who y'all may remember from Colorado alongside the other Miller, is going to Arizona State.
And that blew me away because I really thought he was going to LSU.
Really? I think I've seen some reports on that. You know, I follow the message boards at LSU. I'm a nerd for that. I'm a booger eater. Justin, too, even though he'll say he's not, but he calls me all the time. He was like, he called me the other morning and he was like, hey, were you listening to the morning sports show? What morning sports show? I don't really listen in the morning anymore since, you know, the big national morning shows went off. I like sometimes to listen to who out of Houston, Lance and Granado, John Granado. They're good, but past that, I really can't listen. So I don't listen all day like I used to. But in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, they have a morning show called Off the Bench, who happens to have 2 national title winners that host the show, Matt Flynn and Jacob Hester, who are on the same team. And it's pretty good. Before that, they had T-Bob Abear, who is amazing, who went to Barstool nationally. And if y'all catch him on Barstool, you'll understand where I'm coming from on that. He's crazy. And the stuff he come up with in Baton Rouge, you wouldn't believe. And they had this thing post-game in Baton Rouge with him and a guy named Matt Moscone called Whiskey and Wine. Mm-hmm. And it was called Whiskey and Wine because of their personalities. Of course, T-Bob being whiskey. And it was just off the chain. It was off the chain, especially after a win. They were at a bar. I'll just leave it at that. They were at a bar and they had cigars and drinks, and it was always fun. We watched it. DJ Lagway, of course, is going to Baylor. We talked about that a few minutes ago. From Florida. Dylan Rayota is going to. He is a quarterback going over to Oregon. Reed Harris, a wide receiver, going over to Arizona State. You'll see the same teams. That's another thing. You'll see the same teams because they're doing their job in the portal. And I think we were talking about LSU, some other schools. Lane Kiffin got to Baton Rouge. His main objective was to get in the portal and get needs. And if you look at what he did, he got what was needed over there in Baton Rouge. And I hate to keep talking about LSU, but that's what I know. I know there's other places that are probably like that probably got their needs filled. It looks like Baylor may be one of them. Looks like Arizona State. Looks like Oregon may be one. They picked up a lot of guys.
I'll be honest, whenever I seen the other day that Draylen was going to check out Arizona, I said, oh, watch, Arizona's trying to make Omarion and Draylen a package deal.
They could have tried to been doing that, and that would have made sense. But with their quarterback leaving, you have to kind of sell, hey, we're going to bring somebody in here that, we feel like can do the same thing. And that's always hard. You've got Timothy Gray, who is a defensive lineman from Oregon, going to question mark. He don't know yet. J.J. Buchanan going over to Michigan from Oregon. He is a tight end. DeAndre Moore Jr. is a wide receiver going to Colorado, who probably needs to pick up some wide receivers. So now, Husan Longstreet, who this was funny to me when I seen this, and I just seen this today. Quarterback at USC, knowing that they just got Sam Levitt at LSU, decides to transfer on into LSU. Weird. But maybe he knows something that we don't. Maybe he feels like, and I don't know his eligibility. I think Sam Levitt has 1 year left. This is going to be his last year. I think maybe the Longstreet fella maybe has more than one. Maybe he feels like he can come in, he can sit behind a veteran quarterback and get the, be primed to get the job the next year. LSU has obviously got filled their quarterback room because they also got one from where was that guy from? Elon. They got a quarterback in from Elon. a lot of these teams, they're just going to sign multiple people, see who works out. But that's a benefit to the players too, because if you don't work out, hey, next year I'll just enter the portal again. But I think I do think, like we were talking about earlier, eventually there's going to be some restrictions and some oversight on this stuff. And but what right now it's the Wild West, and people are taking advantage of it.
And one thing, it's got to be hard to, when you build a team for the future.
That's right.
It takes time, and it's got to be hard to do that when
people are leaving every year.
Yeah.
Mass exodus every year. If you don't win a national title, then chances are you're going to lose a good percentage of your players to the portal. I've seen some smaller schools that reported that they lost 60% of their players. More than that sometimes to the portal. I mean, you're talking about just completely rebuilding.
Just Colorado. Look how many people left Colorado.
Yeah. A lot of people left LSU. A lot of people left a lot of these schools that didn't make it. What did John say? Is that John? We already plugged that, dude.
We won't talk about the other night where he unplugged it on accident.
He unplugged it.
I had to come fix it at 2 in the morning.
Oh, Jesus, John. Keep your hands off stuff, man. That was the top 20 with that Longstreet rounding out the 20. So, yeah, transfer portal, good and bad. There's going to be some oversight, some restrictions on it. I think coming in the future has got to be. But do I, being a college football fan for a long time, do I think it's a good thing? Do I think it's a bad thing? I love the days when it was 2005, 2006, and you got these players in. You had these players for every now and then you'd have 2 or 3 transfer out. They had to sit out a year. You knew you weren't going to have to face them in conference, Yeah, do I miss those days? Yeah. Do I like the days where you can lose a quarterback like Garrett Nussmeier, who didn't rise up to his potential, I don't think. But you lose a quarterback going out as a senior, and you're able to go out in the portal and get somebody to come in that is a 5-star athlete that has done good at the school he's at now. Yeah, I like that aspect of it too. So it's kind of almost like a like Catch-22. Like I love it, but I hate it. I think if there's some regulations in place for it, I think it could be a good thing for college football moving forward. But right now, like I said, and this is the third time I think I'm going to say it, it's the Wild West out there.
It is.
And people are doing what they want to do. And, hey, while you can get it, But anyway, NFL playoffs, coaching firings. We had most recently Mike Tomlin got fired from Pittsburgh. Long time. There's only been 3 coaches in Pittsburgh since the early 70s.
We have a picture up there for that, Paul.
Do you?
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah. I think early 70s. I could be wrong, but I believe Chuck Noll coached up until 91. Then you had, what's his name? He's on a broadcast now. Why can't I remember it now that I need to talk about it?
I told you if you wouldn't ask him.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have tried to bring it up in my head. anyway, he coached there, had some success, won a Super Bowl, gave way to Mike Tomlin, who come in and coached there for a long time also. So you're talking about a franchise that's had some stability at coaching. So it's really rare that they let go of a coach.
I think he actually just stepped down.
He did step down, but I think he stepped down because he knew it was kind of the end.
Yeah.
And he would rather step down and bow out than have. And I'm pretty sure that the organization probably gave him that option. They said, "Hey, Mike, you can, save some face here, step down. You don't have to get fired. You can say, hey, I realize that my time has run up with this, and I'm I've done everything I can here. Step down, let somebody else come in. But they're a good organization. Obviously, they're well run.
And that may be the end of Mike Tomlin's coaching career, but I don't think it's the end of his career. I have a strong suspicion within the next season or two, we'll see him up there with Tom Brady talking.
We'll see him. We'll see him in the booth for sure. He's highly intelligent. He's very well spoken. He'll be in the booth, and he'll stay there if he don't have a fire for coaching. Golly, it's bothering me because I just said that, and Pittsburgh Steelers. Bill Cowher, that's him.
Yeah.
So I had to find it because of that. Because when Bill Cowher decided he was going to hang it up, he went into the studio, into the booth, not into the booth because he never was a color guy or a play-by-play guy, but he went in the studio and he never came out. He was done with coaching, and Mike Tomlin may be that guy too, but he also may be a guy that he's been mentioned in so many coaching searches over the past 5 years. When Jimbo left Texas A&M, everybody just thought Mike Tomlin would take that Texas A&M job.
John said brown-headed mustache guy.
Yeah, brown-headed, Bill Cowher, yeah. Fiery guy, and a good coach in Pittsburgh, and for a long time. Won a Super Bowl there. So did Mike Tomlin, just one. I think Chuck Noll had a couple, several. I can't remember how many they won with Chuck Noll. Terry Bradshaw years. I want to say it was at least two. But anyway, they have a history there of having long tenured coaches, and so we'll see going forward. What they do. They obviously give their coaches time to get it underneath them, which is a good thing. I wish every job was like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, big NFL football weekend. Rounding out with the Texans beating said Pittsburgh Steelers pretty handily, thanks to some good defensive play, which is kind of a trademark of D'Amico Ryan's team. He was a defensive player himself. Their defense is just outstanding.
Something else I can say about the Texans, on top of their defense being the way that it's been this season, the Texans have never had a second half team. They've always been a team, they come out the first half, they do what they do, they're either going to beat you or lose to you in the first half. The second half, they've never been able to do anything.
Yeah.
This season has been completely opposite. They don't do much the first half, but the second half comes around and they're a whole different team.
They go, and sometimes that's what it takes is a little change up in how you approach a game. And
every close game they've played and won, they've won it at the end of the fourth quarter.
That's right.
Just like the Steelers game. I mean, it was 7-6 most of the game and then come back and win it.
So did you have a picture of the current bracket
I do. There's a playoff bracket up there, Paul.
All right, so you see that
So
we've got the Bills that won, obviously.
the Bills will be playing the Broncos.
They'll be playing the Broncos, who had a bye starting out. And in the AFC, the Texans will be playing the Patriots. Over in the NFC, San Francisco and Seattle, which should be a good matchup. And then the Rams and the Bears, who are you surprised by the most in both conferences?
I have to say the Bills and the 49ers.
I would say the 49ers too. I would definitely say the 49ers I was surprised by. And it may be the right time for them.
I will say the 49ers are going to have all they can do against the Seahawks, I think.
Absolutely. I think you're looking at some good games coming up for the next playoff weekend. And I've enjoyed watching. I enjoyed probably watching NFL playoff football this last weekend more than I've enjoyed it in a long time. Because you and I hate to say it, but it may be because the Chiefs aren't in there.
That's my thing. It's not the same teams again.
It's not the same old teams you see all the time. And that may be it. You know, you got the Broncos in there who've been down for several years. Who kind of got picked up by a surprise quarterback in Bo Nix, getting in there and some amongst other things. But you see some different stuff, and that excites you, much like the college football playoff this year. But the NFL has excited me more than it has in a long time, and the NFL playoffs.
I will say it's nice to see the Patriots in there without Tom Brady.
It is nice to see the Patriots, for sure. We'll see how they do against the Texans.
How do you think it's going to play out?
Oh. It's hard for me to. It's going to be hard for me to bet against Denver. And I my heart wants Houston to be there. And on the other side, I'd like to see San Francisco and the Bears, just kind of old NFL, old school matchup. Do I think that's what's going to happen? I don't necessarily think so, but I'm just telling you what I feel like. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I always have to go for the Texans. That's my team.
Right, sure.
So I'd love to see them there. But on the other side, I think Seattle can win their side.
Yeah, I think they can too. I just, I long for the late 80s and early 90s with the when you had San Francisco and the Bears and the Dallas Cowboys, always there in the hunt in the NFC. Not to mention the Washington Redskins, who aren't the Redskins anymore. I know that, but all those teams, you want to go back to seeing stuff that you saw, nostalgically when you were coming up, and that's kind of one of. Also, in a AFC, the Bills and the Broncos. They were big when we were coming out. Obviously, not the Texans. They were expansion team when I was. My senior year in high school, they were expansion team. But the Patriots, I don't ever remember being good until Drew Brees in the late 90s before Tom Brady took over. So
that's something I tell everybody too is, I mean, the Texans, me being from the Houston area, Galveston area, Houston's my home team.
right,
But even more so than that, the Houston Texans started the same year I started playing football.
right.
And so, I mean, I learned a lot by watching the Texans, and I was learning football at the same time. So, I mean, they're always going to be my team for that reason.
There you go. And it's nice to have a team in Houston. Love having a team in Houston. Love going to NRG. I'd never actually been there for a Houston Texans game, but I've been there for several college football bowl games and other things and stuff. Just love that place.
Up until 4 years ago, when I moved here, I made at least one Texan game every season since they started.
Yep. And it's fun, you follow your team. Up until COVID year, 2020, from 2003 to 2020, I went to at least most of the time more, at least drove to Baton Rouge for one LSU game. And then COVID kind of messed that up. And, but come in my office sometime, and I've got a frame in there with ticket stubs that are just some of my favorite games I ever went to. And there's a story for every one of them, including 2011 Cotton Bowl in Jerry World with the story we always tell with Justin getting an argument with the old man with a cane. And just there's a story for everyone, and you don't ever forget those games that you go to and you have a good time, right?
Oh, yeah. I remember I had tickets to go see the Texans play the Browns. And I don't remember what happened that season, but I can't stand the Browns. I never have. But I had tickets. I got them for Christmas to see them play the Browns. And something happened and that game got canceled and the Texans played the Ravens. So I went there thinking we were playing the Browns and we played the Ravens instead.
Oh, man. Was that not a good game for the Texans?
No, it wasn't. It was a great game for Ravens fans.
Right. I can imagine. Ravens had a good run of.
That was with Jamal Lewis and.
Oh yeah. They had some good years there in that span.
John said, "I've never been a Texans fan until now."
We're doing a Super Bowl. We can't say Super Bowl, I don't think. We're doing a big game party at the studio, John.
That's what I'm seeing. Unless the case is true Tigers fans have been at NRG when we played Cuero.
Yep. That was fun too. Even though his knee was down. His knee
I
was
wasn't
down.
there, but I agree. I've seen plenty of
You
videos.
you had to see the picture in the paper. His knee was definitely down. But hey, you catch breaks and sometimes you don't. Before we get into the ending BS segment here, we'll talk about the college football playoff natty.
We do have a playoff schedule, too.
Okay. There you go.
It's got the dates and times of the games.
There you go. Y'all tune in. Like you said, that Niners-Seahawks game may be a pretty good one. Definitely the Bills game, I think, will be good. They're all going to be good games. The one I think could get away might be the Bears and the Rams.
I think I'm going to have to hang out at B-Dubs on Sunday and watch both games.
Man, is there anything better than going – I'm not saying anything against the ladies out there. Y'all can come too. But is there anything better than going to a B-Dubs and sitting at the bar and watching a game that you want to watch?
It's pretty nice.
Pretty nice, ain't it?
It's crazy. Before, like a couple weeks ago, before the bracket was even finished, I saw a bracket prediction that had the Texans and the Rams in the Super Bowl with the Texans winning. And I was like, there's no way.
Could happen.
And now we're lined up for
here we
that
are.
to actually happen.
Here we are. Could happen. It's exciting. It's exciting. I'd love to see the Texans get in there. I'd love to see that. I think they're due. College football natty is Indiana and the U. We talked about Michael Irvin doing the fake belt to ass type thing.
Yeah.
I tend to believe he's not going to be able to do that in this game. I really get a whole lot of, like I said before, 2019 LSU vibes out of Indiana. I just think it's their year, you know.
As much as I would love to see Miami win it, I really, really think that it's gonna go the other way.
I think it is too. And I didn't believe that wholeheartedly until I seen them take it to a couple teams that I thought were better than they were. And you know, just win convincingly. I think they've got it. I think they got everybody where they want them. I think it's their year. I remember watching 2019 LSU. Maybe not that everybody always says this is the greatest college football team they've ever seen. No, it's not the greatest college football team I've ever seen, 2019 LSU, but it was the greatest college football season I've ever seen. Yeah. And that's what Indiana is lining up to do here too. And you know, I hope to see them do it. Nothing against Carson Beck and Miami, because I think they're an awesome team too, and I think they've come a whole lot further with a whole lot more adversity than maybe Indiana has. But you know, good thing about it is they'll get to settle it on the field Monday, and we'll get to watch it.
Yep.
So I'm leaning Indiana, and my heart wants Indiana, but I don't care either way. I don't have a dog in this fight, really. I just like a good story, and I feel like Indiana is a better story. So what do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I think Indiana's gonna come out and get the job done.
Okay, well, we'll see Monday. With that, we'll move on into a little BS to close it out. I tried to make this as abbreviated as possible tonight. Actually, I didn't. It's just that Justin's not here making his clicking and popping noises over there and distracting me. And then, you know, he didn't. You ever notice he's like sitting over here, and all of a sudden he go, like, what the hell is that all about? Like, take your pills. He bothers me. And then no matter what, and I love you, Justin. I love you, and I love your kids. But no matter what, as one of his kids is here, I was like, Justin, make sure they don't walk in front of the camera and distract me. You know how I am. and the minute I say that, it's like he beams something into their head, says, walk in front of the camera when your Uncle Josh is talking and distract them. And every time, never fails. Never. Like I said, I love y'all, and I love my nieces and nephews. I'm just saying. It's like I couldn't be on the debatables because I couldn't handle it. There's too many distractions and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you know. But anyway, we're gonna go into the what are you listening to this week? Anything in particular?
I've been listening to a lot of Texas country this week.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just I got in the mood for it, started listening to it, and I just keep playing it.
You get in that mode, yeah. I because Bob Weir passed. Pour some out for Bob Weir, Grateful Dead. I've been listening to a lot of Grateful Dead, and Dead and Company, which was him after Jerry Garcia passed. A really brilliant person in music, and just real fun if you ever listen to interviews with him and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of Grateful Dead and stuff like that. Like I said, I mentioned last week, after Christmas and you get past the Christmas music, you always got to have a kind of a palate cleanser. Get away from that holiday music and get into something a little different for a while. And then, music is cyclical like that, I think. I'll go ahead and start. What are you watching? The only thing we just got finished up with Stranger Things. We talked about that last week. There was not a 9th episode.
No.
There's a documentary though. You can watch that. Have y'all watched the documentary? I haven't either because I'm kind of mad about the way, not mad about the way things ended, but they had too many irons out in the fire and they didn't close up everything for me, and I don't really like that. But Landman, we love Landman.
Are you caught up on Landman?
Well, we are caught up on Landman.
Man.
And the final episode's coming up, I think. So
I was so irritated with how Landman ended on Sunday.
Me too. And we'll see how that goes. That's we don't want to spoil it for anybody
No,
that watched.
no, not at all.
We're still kind of. I mean, it's Wednesday. If you hadn't watched that episode by Friday, we're going to talk about it. But we'll give you all a little time, a little leeway since it's Wednesday. Y'all watch Landman. That episode was good. I'm looking forward to what happens in the finale, the season finale. We're going to throw the flag on something. I'm going to throw the flag on local coaching that doesn't update their max preps. Let's get with the program, so guys like us can highlight your athletes.
Absolutely.
We understand you are busy. We're busy too. If you can't update your max preps, at least answer an email. We've reached out to all y'all, and there again, I know you're busy, but hey, you're coaching a sport. Let's get the job done. I say that all, of course, tongue in cheek. I'm y'all know that we're big proponents of local coaching and what y'all do with our student athletes. But we could use some help on Max Preps, 100%.
Yeah.
We want to report on everything. We want to give everybody some shine. And it's, post some Max Preps, answer some emails, tell us about your athletes, tell us, we'd love to report on them. We had a little hard time last year when we were writing for CLBB also that, we didn't get quite as much information as we would have liked. But hey, that's what it is. We'll find it some way. Parents, if y'all are interested in reaching out and telling us some highlights and this and that of games and stats and this and that, we can also do it that way. We've always been about that. Also, coaches, if you'd like to have your athletes on with us, we've done it several times in the past. We've done it with the football team. Some of the football players just last year. We enjoyed it. They enjoy it. We don't get too far out there. We enjoy spending our time with them. We highlight them. We highlight their achievements. We highlight their personalities. And that's what we like to do. So, what is John saying? Yeah, so a lot of the big thing is about that is a lot of these college teams that college teams do look at max preps. If they're really interested in an athlete, they're going to reach out to and get some highlight film personally. That's one thing I'll say about that. But yeah, there may be some stuff, coming out on max preps, coming out on Dave Campbell's that they want to see. And if it's not there, especially if you think your athlete is worthwhile and worth going to the next level, it's worth putting it out there. We're not criticizing either way. We're just, like I said, it's tongue in cheek. We're just joshing with you. No pun intended. We're trying to get some information also. We want to do a good job as well. We're, that's all just kind of.
I have a flag I would like to throw too.
Please do.
So I don't know why this hit me the way it did, but I'm throwing a flag on Aaron Rodgers' attitude.
Oh, man.
So he just got fined for getting into a scuffle with the fan that disagreed with him. And then he comes out and plays the game against the Texans. And C.J. Stroud walks up to talk to him about the game like they always do. And he literally just looks at C.J. Stroud, curses him out, and walks off. Like, y'all didn't play your best. It didn't work in your favor. You ain't got nobody to be mad at but yourself.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know.
I think that dude's been off since he left Green Bay, to be honest with you. Every team he's joined, he's become progressively weirder. Remember when he went on that darkness camp out?
Yeah.
Was it last summer, maybe summer before last, where he went in he left all electronics and he just went in the darkness in a hut or whatever and just sat there or something like that. That's what he said.
I think it was season before last.
Season before last. He just, like I said, he's gotten progressively weirder. He dated that actress that's just terrible from the not the Hunger Games. What's that show? Divergent. Y'all know about that? Is it Divergent? The Shailene Wadley. Yeah, she's terrible. She a terrible actress. She was in there was a show we watched way back. I didn't watch it. Nicole was watching it. I just happened to be in the same room. It was called The Secret Life of the American Teenager or something like that. She was in it. And I thought then, I was like, this girl's terrible. Most of the kids on that show were terrible. But then I seen in a couple of years that she was like this famous, well-known actress. And I was like, what? I was like, why? How? Who'd she fool? But anyway, apparently she fooled Aaron Rodgers too. So was it Aaron Rodgers? Am I thinking correctly that she dated?
I think so.
I think I'm right. A couple years ago. He's dated a lot of Hollywood types, and they dated for a year. There you go. So even he eventually found out she was terrible. So
Leslie said the video of C.J. Stroud going around asking Pittsburgh fans, "Are you mad?" was fabulous.
Oh, that was awesome. I saw that too. I think C.J. Stroud is a good fit in Houston. You know, something else that I think not a lot of people talk about is that Mills is a pretty good backup there.
And now he's leaving.
And he's leaving now?
He got offered a position with the Browns, I believe.
Oh, really? Well, I know he's got a super long neck. That's he's got the longest neck of any individual I've ever seen in my life.
Gooseneck.
He's got a gooseneck. He's a lot like Sir Honks a lot. Anyway, we wish him luck if he is leaving. But C.J. Stroud is, as long as he can stay healthy, he's a good fit there.
We mentioned his name as Sir Honks a lot. We didn't mention his name as Sir Honks a lot Mills.
Sir Honks a lot Mills. Yeah. So we're gonna get him dressed, so you don't have to watch him naked next time. Probably in something maroon. We don't know yet. We'll have to get with somebody who makes goose clothing.
I found all the different outfits on Amazon.
Have you? Okay, all right, there you go. So we'll get them dressed. You can look at a bird naked. You can look at it's. There's nothing that you can't see. Even though in that Liberty Mutual commercial they blur out the emu. They do that, but there may be a reason for that. But a goose, I mean, you can look at a goose naked. There's geese naked all over the place. I'll leave you with this thought. The plural of do you know what the plural of mongoose is?
No.
It is not mongoose. It's mongooses.
Wow.
There you go. So now you know. So next time you're writing a paper on mongoose. And mongooses.
Before we leave here, if anybody's looking for something to do this weekend, you want to get out with the kids, understand the weather's supposed to be a little better. We will be having our monthly cars and coffee at the Silos out on East Tex.
Cool. Y'all know where that is. That's going toward Beaumont. Out on East Tex. Look to your right. Right there past Tram Road. In fact, you probably take the Tram Road exit. Am I correct to get there?
Yes.
Take the Tram Road exit, go to the silos. You probably can't miss it.
We'll have between 150 and 200 cars there.
There you go. And that's a neat place, too. I love the silos. I like what they did there with all that whole little center and everything. It's neat. Yep. Y'all go check that out. So we are going to get out of here. I will do Justin's part here, Jacob. Y'all be sure to reach out to us if you would like to sponsor us or any of the shows here on Satsuma Valley Studios. We are currently accepting any kind of bids that you have for that. We'll talk with you. Y'all reach out to us. Reach out to John. Reach out to Paul. Don't reach out to me because I don't know anything about it. But you can reach out to those guys. They do. I can definitely put you in contact with one of these gentlemen who are the brains of the operation. So you can actually reach out to me, but those will be the guys that are talking to you. We do need some sponsors for the new year. Be sure to like, share, and follow our Rolling on the Field page. Any videos, lives, content that we put out, and as well as anything from Satsuma Valley Studios. Y'all make sure and patronize us. We're out in the community. We're doing big things. We're at every event. We've got the train cam. Y'all be sure and look into that. We're just here. We're here for y'all. We're here all the time, and we're not going anywhere. So y'all be sure to check us all out. And until next week, next Wednesday, when Justin may be back, we don't know. He's still in the portal. We'll see if he comes back or not, or if he transfers to another podcast or Facebook Live or whatever. But until then, I will say the Rolling on the Field
stands.
Thanks, guys.